Jonathan writes, we know Universal Monsters shared universe is coming. How do you feel about Dracula Untold now being the launch pad?
Well, okay, let's keep this in mind. The story started running around that, oh, now it's official that Dracula is the launching pad of the... They made Dracula Untold, wrote it and directed it with it having no intention of actually being a part of the Universal monster universe that they're creating through Alex Kurtzman. But what happened was, after they got into making the film and they're already in the whole process of it, then they thought, oh, maybe we can figure out a way to tie it into this monster universe. So the producer of Dracula went to Alex Kurtzman and say, what would we have to do in this movie to make it at least look like there's some tie? And then they wrote in some extra stuff afterwards to make it look like it ties in. So I'm going into, personally, I'm going to go into Dracula Untold, which, by the way, you'll see it probably tomorrow or the next day. Our own Ashley Mova just flew to New York to talk to the cast of Dracula, and we'll have that. So she's seen the film. I have not yet. But I'm going to be going into Dracula just watching it as a Dracula movie. That's it. I'm not going into it looking at it for how does this unfold the larger, because it was such an afterthought to them that I still think it's a very strong possibility it won't tie in to what they're doing moving forward. But who knows? We'll see when we actually see the movie.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I was just going to say, too. Well, first off, I got to give respect to the Twitter guy. How he was able to get at Jonathan is awesome. But in regards to Dracula, I think it's risky, because if the movie doesn't seem like there's a lot of buzz on it, and if it doesn't do well, like real well, then you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot, I think, because if you're going to tie it in a lot, if it's just a little bit and you don't really pick up on it, that next film really has to hit. Otherwise, who's going to care about this combined universe?
I love the idea of a shared monster universe. I think that's a really good move, especially, you know, given the success of the superhero franchises. This is what they have. So that makes a lot of sense to me, but I don't want it to be an afterthought. I don't want you to be like, oh, here's an Easter egg or a nod to this. I want you to actually have a plan how it's going to tie in. So I think it's probably smart not to do that if it wasn't, you know, if it wasn't a foregone conclusion, if it really was after the fact. But I do think that would be smart, because even if one movie bombs and another one's fantastic, it can stand on its own, hinting to, you know, films beyond that one that wasn't as great. But I don't want it to feel like an afterthought. I want to have a clear concept ahead, and for us to feel that excitement like we do with the MCU, you know?
Yeah, I am looking forward to seeing what Alex Kurtzman does with a shared monster cinematic universe. I just don't know that I want Dracula to be...
Well, will you care if the first one, let's say that this is the first one and it does okay, or not even great, and then the next one comes out, and then that one doesn't really do that well? You still, how long before you just stop caring about a shared universe?
1 or 2 films.
Yeah,
1 or 2 films. You gotta make sure you nail it.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, if you like this video, click that thumbs up button and make sure to subscribe to our AMC Movie News YouTube channel. It's free and helps you stay up to date with all the latest movie news, as well as our daily AMC movie talk show. Also, make sure that you follow us on Facebook and Twitter to stay up to date with all of our special promotions, contests, and prize giveaways.